Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. You can probably tell from the lighting that it's nighttime here in the UK, and that can mean only one thing: a good old-fashioned evening skincare routine. But this isn't just any old nighttime routine. No. This is what I like to think of as the ultimate pro-collagen, anti-aging skincare routine. Featuring all my favourite anti-aging skincare products, layered and paired together to give maximum collagen production, minimising fine lines and wrinkles, and even fading hyperpigmentation. A few hours ago, I actually filmed the morning equivalent of this, and that's already live on the channel, so I'm going to leave a link to that video up there if you did miss it out. But this is the evening equivalent. Whilst it features some of the same products as that morning routine, I have mixed things up because I think that's the best way of maximising the results. So sit back, relax, let's talk the ultimate anti-aging evening skincare. Now, before we get into today's video, I would of course love to know your own hot take on the products that I'm mentioning today. Do I feature any of your personal favourites? Sound off in the comments section below. Or do you have any hidden gems, any anti-aging holy grails that you want to share with the Mad About Skin community? Again, if you do, leave me a comment because I really do love and appreciate all of your recommendations. Today, we're going to do this in one take. We're going to have no jump cuts, no edits, because that way I feel like it's a bit more authentic. This is actually my evening skincare routine. It's 9 p.m. right now. I'm going to be putting my skincare on, ready to go to bed. So it's a little bit of a like get undressed with me kind of video where we could just chit chat about some of our skincare favorites as friends. If you enjoy this style of content, don't forget to let me know by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. This supports me so much, and I do always check the like counts on videos because the more likes a video gets, the more likely I am to replicate that content going forward. So from the bottom of my heart, love to each and every one of you. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, kicking things off, I guess I should actually say, one thing I always forget to mention is all the products that I'm talking about in this routine are listed in the description box below. I know as I'm applying this to my skin, we might be going through things relatively quickly. I will try and hold the products up so you can see them, but if you miss them, you want to make a purchase, check the price point, all the links are there in the description box for your convenience. And again, this video is entirely sponsorship free. I always like to say that because whilst I might be fangirling about some of my favorites, not a single cent or dime has crossed my palm. I don't do sponsored content here on the channel because I think by turning down the coin, it just helps me to retain my independence. Also gives me the excuse to use all of my favorites, no matter which company is dishing out the deals. So I started things off with this. This is the Beauty of Joseon Ground Rice and Honey Glow Mask. I am addicted to this. It is so good. It's like an instant glow up for the skin. You put this on, and I would usually recommend putting this on fresh skin. So cleanse first, then apply this, and then when you rinse it off, it just leaves the perfect base for the rest of your skincare routine. So I actually started out using my own cleanser, the Mad About Skin Gentle Cleanser, which I'm leaving an image here on the screen. That's recently relaunched as part of my new redesigned skincare brand, and this is like a one-stop shop for cleansing. It's like a double cleanse in one because it gets off water-resistant makeup, SPF, dirt, debris, everything without having to do 2 steps. I then followed with this Beauty of Joseon mask, and I absolutely love this. They say to leave it on for 15 minutes. I went mad and left it on for like 30, and it's still absolutely fine. It doesn't strip, it doesn't dry. It just gently, very lightly exfoliates the skin to give just a really nice glow. Always recommend this. So yeah, that's one of my favorite like treatments, you know, a little at-home spa moment. So that was all done off camera because, trust me, that would have been a hot mess if I tried to do it with filming equipment. And now we're going to get onto the routine proper. So for my nighttime skincare routine, I do have a few more steps than I would have in the equivalent morning routine. Again, I linked that earlier. Check that out if you want to do a compare and contrast. I feel in the nighttime, I personally have more time to spend on my routine, so I do a few more steps. You take your glasses off and start with this. This is the Holika Good Serum Mist. This featured in the morning routine, which I absolutely love it. It's just a great way of getting a little extra hydration, a little ceramide action into your skincare routine without having to have multiple different products. It's so good. Got a beautiful mist on it. It instantly calms, it hydrates, it's just really nice. morning, evening. You could even spritz during the day with this if you just want to freshen up. It's so nice. And then whilst that's, sinking into the skin, don't let it dry completely. I like to apply all of my products on slightly damp skin. So don't let one product dry completely before you put the next one on. I'm going to go in with my antioxidant. Now, antioxidants are absolutely crucial in your morning skincare routine. They protect the skin against free radical damage all day long. They're less essential in an evening routine. I use it because I just feel like it gives a little extra pro-collagen. I'm all about boosting the levels of collagen and elastin production. And part of that is protecting the collagen that's already there. So I do tend to go a bit extra, and I have an antioxidant in my morning and my evening skincare routine. I use the same one, and it's this. This is the Mad About Skin Ultra Protection Antioxidant Cream, again from my own line, relaunched, and I use this, like I say, morning and evening. I'd say it's essential in your morning. It's optional in your evening. Do what works for you. But I think if you have a product on hand, why not use it twice? Get a little extra benefit from it. So I'll usually put a couple of pumps of this. I'll just work it into the skin. So this has pycnogenol, ferulic acid, it's got vitamin E, ubiquinone, it's got so many plant-based antioxidants too. It's just a one-stop shop of all my favorite antioxidants in one single cream, and it just feels so nice on the skin. I also find it quite calming. So I think after, I've been busy all day running errands, I've been here, there and everywhere. It's quite nice to have some antioxidants to kind of soothe everything down as we sleep, which is why I've decided to incorporate one in this routine. I'm then going to come on to the one luxury product in this line. I tend to shop drugstore and affordable with my skincare. I'm cheap. Just call it what it is. I'm cheap, and I tend to go for more drugstore, more affordable skincare options. But every so often, there will be a product that I splurge on, either as a treat or because I genuinely love the results. One of those is this. This is the Azealic Skin Multipeptides and Growth Factors Advanced Lifting Serum. I've been really getting into growth factors, and I've definitely found, having used them for the last 6 months, they've definitely helped to tighten everything, lift everything. They're a really great powerhouse ingredient to have in an anti-aging skincare routine. And that's the key focus of this routine. So I would encourage everyone to have a growth factor serum somewhere in their anti-aging ritual. And for me, I think this is the best of the best on the market, but it comes with a hefty price point. So if you wanted to try this one, I have got a discount code saving 20% off it. I've linked that in the description box too. But if your price point doesn't push to the Azealic Skin one, don't worry, because Stratia do a really great, more affordable option. So the Stratia interface is a nice growth factors serum, which I think isn't quite as advanced as this one, but comes with a much lower price point. So if you want to get your growth factors on a budget, that Stratia one that I'm showing on the screen is great. If you're happy to spend a little bit more, I really do think this is worth it. I think at one point this had a 10,000 person wait list when it was out of stock. I get it. I was on that wait list. I get it. For me, it just works. I'll tend to put 2 pumps, and that'll do the whole face and the neck. Obviously take it down onto the neck. I always do, but sometimes when I'm filming these routines, I do forget my neck, and you guys always roast me to filth in the comments. Don't forget your neck. It ages. In fact, it ages a lot quicker than the rest of our face, so always show the neck some love. But I do definitely notice that I've got some lifting, and I've got some great anti-aging from including growth factors. So whether you go for this one or you go for the slightly more affordable one by Stratia, it really doesn't matter. Growth factors, I think one of the most potent when it comes to anti-aging. So as that's just sinking into the skin, doing all its work, I'm then going to go in with my azelaic acid. So azelaic acid is phenomenal. It evens out the skin tone, fades hyperpigmentation. It also reduces inflammation. Now, inflammation is one of the #1 triggers for collagen degradation. So I like to say that this routine, some of the ingredients in here are increasing the rate of collagen production, such as those growth factors, the peptides that are in that serum as well. They're very pro-collagen, encouraging the body to produce more of that key component. However, we also need to cling on to and protect that collagen that our body's already produced. That's where the antioxidant serum comes in, and where azelaic acid does. Azelaic acid, by reducing inflammation, will help protect collagen. So it's a great anti-aging. And again, morning and evening. And I use the same one. This is the azelaic acid from Theramid. a great brand. Like I say, I use this in the morning routine. It's appearing again in the nighttime one. And whilst not all of the, as I said earlier, not all of the products are used morning and night. I try to keep it as similar as possible. That way I'm not spending a lot of money having multiple different products. I do try to keep my morning and evening routine as similar as possible. It's not always the case that happens, but I try to keep it as similar as possible in terms of the ingredients and the products I use. So the azelaic acid will go on there. And again, it's just really nice. A lot of people say, can I use azelaic acid alongside peptides, growth factors, like in the allies of skin? Absolutely you can. I know there's a common misconception you can't. Take it from me, you can. It's fine. It's all good. And yeah, as you can see already, we are just a few products in and my skin feels healthy, it feels hydrated. I've not got any tightness, redness, tingling, prickling. That's the sign that a routine is kind of working. And next I'm going to go in with a retinoid. So at the moment I'm using retinoid, which is a prescription strength, like super potent retinoid, but my skin can only tolerate it every other day. So every other day I'll use my retinoid, and then on the off days, I will use a more gentle over-the-counter option. I always go for retinol because that's my perfect, I feel that's just works best for me. I would recommend everyone switch from retinol to retinol if you haven't already. And I covered the reasons why in a recent video, which again, I'll link up there. So I'm using retinol and I'm going to go with the same brand. That acid was by Theramid and this is another Theramid product. This is the retinol retinoate. I've got a cat hair. I don't think I've ever filmed a full skincare routine without a cat hair appearing. I think it's just, you know, it's one of the occupational hazards of having cats like I have. So let me know, if you're somebody that has dogs or cats in your life, are you always picking dog or cat hair from your evening skincare routine? If you are, leave the cat or the dog emoji. Depends what you have. Do you have a cat? Do you have a dog? Leave the cat or the dog emoji in the comments if you can relate to this, if the struggle is real. This has retinol, which is great. It's also got gram-active retinoid, which is another favourite of my over-the-counter retinoids. It's just a really nice blend. Now, I would normally use a separate retinoid eye cream. I like the Medicate one. I'll show an image of that here. One of my favorites. But because this is super gentle, I can actually use this under the eye as well. So on my tretinoing nights, which this one isn't, I would use that Medicate eye cream and then tret everywhere else. On the non-tretinoid nights, I'll use this everywhere. It kind of works. I would say if you did want a separate eye cream, I genuinely think that Medicate one is a great evening one. So this is quite a thick cream. I like that because it allows for a more precise application. I will put it under my eye. I don't take it right to the lash line because remember, all products, when you put them on the skin, will migrate upwards. They warm and they migrate. So you don't want to take this right to the lash line. Just put it around the eye, but not right, and take it into the hairline. You know what? Retinoids are one of the best ways of preventing hair loss and encouraging hair regrowth. Take it onto the hairline. I think people sometimes forget to do that. Always take your retinoid and your copper peptides, like what's in here, up to the hairline. Great for hair growth, hair density. Always recommend it. Right, we are in the final stage, and I've got two products here, and we're going to go through. Well, we're first going to put my moisturiser on, and then I'm going to talk about another product that I put on last. So this moisturiser is the VT Daily Spotless Care TX Toning Cream Repair and Moisturising. It's a Korean skincare brand. Of course, they've got a ridiculously long name and title, so don't worry, again, linked in the description. I've been loving this because it's got tranexamic acid in. I always recommend using tranexamic acid and azelaic acid together because they're like the ultimate pigment corrector. I have some hyperpigmentation from fading blemishes. Trust me, azelaic acid, tranexamic acid together, absolute perfection. And this has tranexamic acid, it's got centella asiatica, it's got a lot of calming and soothing ingredients. It's just a really nice barrier supporting moisturizer. I only use a tiny amount because I've got fairly oily skin. If you've got a dry skin type, use a little bit more. But it just feels really, really nice on the skin. And that tranexamic acid is going to get to work. It's going to help to minimise hyperpigmentation, give a more even skin tone. It's anti-inflammatory too. Again, protecting the collagen we already have. Just a really, really nice moisturiser. It's also really cheap. And I love a really inexpensive, well-formulated product. This is a relative newcomer. There's lots of other tranexamic acid options, but yeah, that's one of my favourites. So definitely worth a look. Then finally, I'm going to finish with this. This is the VT Riedel Shot collection. This is the PDRN one. Now, PDRN is an abbreviation for a ridiculously long name. Fantastic at minimizing inflammation. Again, everything about this is keeping things calm, protecting that collagen, but it's also very pro-collagen as well, so it'll help increase the rate of collagen and elastin production in the skin. This has that Riedel technology and with little spicules that help get everything into the skin, so I use it last, because if you put this on last, it'll just help everything else you've already put on the skin penetrate that little bit better. I wouldn't use this on the my tretinoin nights because I don't want tretinoin to penetrate any deeper. I don't want to get more sensitivity. So I don't, but on the non-tretinoin nights, I will use this. Now, I will say, if you want to know more about this line, actually, because there's so many in it, you can see up here, there's so many different options. I cover them all in a video. Again, I'm going to leave a link to it out there. Check that out and you can see exactly what this line has to offer. But if you want the PDRN, which is the key ingredient in here, but you don't want the spicules, the little, you know, almost like little needles that help penetrate everything. If you don't want that, you just want the PDRN. They actually do a separate like essence or serum that has that ingredient but doesn't have the spicules. I'm going to link that again in the description box because I use that on the tretinoin nights and I'll use this version on my non-tret nights. So it's really up to you, but I think it's great that you don't have to miss out because a lot of people don't want that spicule technology. I get that. If you don't want it, then you can just get the essence without it, and that's fine. One pump is all you need of this. Don't go mad. And yeah, I find pressing this into the skin works better than rubbing. Those spicules can be a little rough on the skin if you rub it. So just press, press, and press. And this just helps everything sink in. And trust me, you will wake up with the plumpest, hydrated skin of your dreams. It's also got glutathione in, which will help minimize hyperpigmentation. And it just works in synergy with the rest of your routine. It doesn't prickle, it doesn't sting, but press in, don't rub. This, so good. And like I say, if you're one of these people that's a bit dubious when it comes to the spicule technology, you're not missing out. Just get this as the essence version without spicules. Absolutely fine, works just as well. So yeah, there you go. Can you tell a difference between the start and the finish? I like to think you can. I always like to go to bed feeling my best because then I think I'm going to wake up looking my best, hopefully. Wait, I've got an early start tomorrow, so when I drag myself out of bed looking like the creature that's crawled out from under a rock, I'll need more than just skincare to wake me up. But at least I can go to bed feeling my best. I feel like my skin is plump, it's hydrated, it's definitely like not angry, sore, or irritated, which I never want. And yeah, this I think is the best anti-aging, pro-collagen, anti-hyperpigmentation routine that I've been able to find. All my favorites all together in one routine. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.